Lagos State Government launches public-private sector exchange program for service delivery. Abia State Government to amend law on expired drugs proposes severe punishment for dealers. On the foreign scene, dozens of delegates walk out of Russia's speech to UN Human Rights Council. And in sport, South Africa head coach backs Super Eagles to return to winning ways as 2026 World Cup qualifiers resume next month. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. To bridge the gap between public and private sector work ethics, operational models, and leadership strategies, the Lagos State Government has commenced an exchange program for civil servants in the state's employment with private sector organizations. Speaking at the official launch of the initiative at the Public Service Office, Commissioner for Establishments and Training, Afolabi Ayotayo, described the program as a bold and progressive step towards building a dynamic, innovative, and results-driven civil service. Ayotayo emphasized that one of the biggest challenges in governance was ensuring that the public sector remains competitive in efficiency and innovation. According to him, the exchange program is designed to equip civil servants with the skills, mindset, and exposure needed to drive institutional reforms and lead change effectively. In her welcome address, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Establishments and Training, Olubusola Abidakun, revealed that the initiative was conceptualized by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu in 2021, but required thorough planning before implementation. Abidakun explained that the program is tailored to equip civil servants with skills relevant to the evolving demands of the 21st century workplace. Lagos State Government has flagged off Ilera Eko provider-led enrollment with the training of 163 provider-led agents from the hospitals and community pharmacies. This is in line with the executive order signed by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, which makes social health insurance mandatory for Lagos residents. The Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, Emmanuela Zamba, says the training, which is the first of its kind, is also aimed at expanding access for Lagos residents to register and enroll on Ilera Eko. According to her, Ilera Eko social health insurance provider-led agents training targeted at providers is to also institutionalize and professionalize the social health insurance salesmanship in Lagos State. The Nigeria Immigration Service says it arrested 378 illegal immigrants involved in fraudulent activities across Ogun State. Comptroller of the Ogun State Command, Mohammed Akadri, says the operation followed credible intelligence reports on their activities. According to Akadri, the suspects were apprehended at their hideout during a joint operation by officers of the Ogun State Command and Zone A headquarters in the Lambe, Ajumo, Akuti areas of the state. He explains that none of the arrested persons had valid travel documents or residence permits, noting that the Comptroller General of Immigration, Kemi Nanda, has directed that all necessary procedures be followed to ensure the illegal immigrants were sent back to their countries of origin. Now to the rest of the stories. Abia State Government says the state's law on expired drugs will be amended to allow for severe punishment and imprisonment of traders selling fake, expired, unregistered medicines and other products. Governor Alex Oti gave the hint in Aba at a meeting with the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, and representatives of Ariaria, Izuku, and Tenant Road markets. Oti, who was represented by his Chief Press Secretary, Okoha Njoku, warned the traders to desist from complicity in the evils perpetrated by expired medicine dealers and counterfeiters or face harsher punishments. Earlier, the Zonal Director, NAFDAC, Martins Iluyamadi, said the meeting was to announce the reopening of shops that were not found culpable in sale of illegal products or counterfeiting products which were sealed. He said some of the shops sealed by the agency in the market would not be reopened until the owners were found. The National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, has commenced the training of civil servants on information technology project clearance processes to enhance digital transformation in the public sector. This was revealed in a statement which noted that the capacity building program targets ICT, budget, finance, and planning officers across various ministry departments and agencies. The training holding at the Public Service Institute of Nigeria in Kubwa, Abuja, is in batches, equipping participants with technical knowledge and best practices to improve the acquisition, deployment, and sustainability of ICT systems in the public sector. NITDA said the program aligns with the federal government's priority of reforming the economy for inclusive growth and strengthening governance to improve service delivery. Now to foreign news. Dozens of dignitaries have walked out of Russia's speech to the UN Human Rights Council in Geneva in support of Ukraine. The delegates, including the ambassadors of France, Germany, and Britain, gathered outside the room where the session was taking place to mark 3 years since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Britain's ambassador to the UN and World Trade Organization, Simon Manley, called for a just and enduring peace in line with the UN Charter. France Ambassador Jérôme Bonifant said if what happened with Ukraine slides, door would be open to a disintegration of fundamental principles on which the UN was founded. In his speech to the Council, Russia's Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Vershinin accused Ukraine of a flagrant violation of fundamental human rights, accusing it of Russophobia. In our sports, South Africa head coach Hugo Broos has backed the Super Eagles players to rediscover their form and return to winning ways next month when the 2026 World Cup qualifiers resume. The three-time Africa champions have endured a disappointing start to their campaign, failing to secure a victory in their first 4 matches. The Eagles managed draws against Lesotho, Zimbabwe, and South Africa before suffering a shock 2-1 defeat to Benin Republic. Despite Nigeria's struggles, Bruce remains convinced that the Super Eagles have the quality to mount a comeback. Super Eagles has just 3 points, trailing group leaders South Africa, Rwanda, and Benin by 4 points. With only the top team earning automatic qualification, Nigeria finds itself in a precarious position, sitting second from bottom in the 6-team group. And that ends our news at noon. Just before we go, do not park at or near a road crossing. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch your news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 18,000 teachers were trained under EcoExcel? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news are the highlights of the major stories. To bridge the gap between public and private sector work ethics, operational models, and leadership strategies, the Lagos State Government has commenced an exchange program for civil servants in the state's employment with private sector organizations. Abia State Government has hinted that the state's law on expired drugs will be amended to allow for severe punishment and imprisonment of traders selling fake, expired, unregistered medicines and other products. We also told you that dozens of dignitaries have walked out of Russia's speech to the UN Human Rights Council in Geneva in support of Ukraine. And in sports, South Africa head coach Hugo Broos has backed the Super Eagles players to rediscover their form and return to winning ways next month when the 2026 World Cup qualifiers resume. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is news broadcast compiled by Adirayo Iduwolaya. I am Dele Agadumo. Good afternoon. Thank you for listening.